Let's go. Fit and fermented. Fit and fermented.
We'll go into action here when you give us the 1, 2, 3 count. You can't just say 1, 2, 3 real quick.
1, 2, 3.
When the TV shows one.
Oh, they go 1, 2.
Oh yeah. All right, guys. We are at this part of the video, segment of the video. Start over. Give us the 1, 2, 3. All right, guys, we are here at Dead Hippie Brewery at this week's Brewery Showcase. I'm Thomas Bonnet.
And Juan. You gotta roll the R.
I can't do that.
You can't do it.
I can't do that. But it's
At least lick the lips like El Acuche. You gotta do it.
I'm gonna learn.
But let's go in. Very excited, guys. Let's go try these beers.
We love this brewery. Let's head on in.
Oh, thank you.
You're straight on.
Alright guys, now we're inside and hopefully you enjoyed the view that we gave you of the brewery. What are we drinking here? Actually the gun barrel, which we'll show you in a little bit. We're going to head back to the machinery and meet the owner. So come on back. How's it going?
Oh, hey Thomas, how are you doing?
Good, really good.
Here with you.
This is Dean.
Good to see you.
He's the owner of Dead Hippie Brewery. And we caught him at a good time. Hopefully we can ask you some questions about the
absolutely
and such.
Just finished dry hopping one of our IPAs.
Okay, cool.
Got a little CO2 going in there right now.
Awesome.
And we'll,
Is it an IPA that's on tap right now?
It is not. It's our Austin 420. It's coming up soon.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We've had that, huh? The 420. Yeah, it's really good. Really good IPA here.
Yeah, we had a lot of beers here.
3-barrel brew house, 3-barrel fermenters. We're getting 2 new 10-barrel fermenters.
Oh, awesome.
Pretty excited about that.
Oh, cool. And they'll be here in this location?
They will be here in this location, yeah.
That's awesome. So we got to do some rearranging.
We're going to do a little rearranging and have less space to brew in.
Oh,
which is the way it is.
What do you have going right now, Lodi? Before we end this?
No, we have our IPA here. We have a Hefeweizen there with some fruit puree in it. So that one should be interesting. We've got another IPA right there that's just getting ready to finish. And then we just brewed the blonde today.
And these are all just like the rotator ones, right?
They're pretty standard. I mean, my Janky Eye is one of our flagships. Right? And then the Debbie Harry Blonde is also one of our flagships. These two are rotators.
Okay. How long do you like to keep your beer? Usually the rotators, how long do they usually stay?
We try to rotate as quickly as we can. I mean, we try to go through, I would say, 1 batch of beer every 2 weeks, kind of thing. So some stuff stays on a little longer, some stuff is shorter. It just kind of depends on what it is and how well it's selling.
It's a really cool setup. We appreciate you letting us come back here and check it all out. And we'd love to go try some beers now.
Awesome. So I got to put a few things away.
Awesome.
I'll join you in a few minutes.
Okay. We'll meet you there. Thank you, Dean.
No problem.
Definitely waiting till marriage till I let you put that shit up there. You know what I mean? Oh, hey. For now, getting to introduce you to one of the head brewers here. And this one's a little special to us because it's actually one of our best friends, Adam Martinez. Big part of how we got into beer in the first place. If not the sole reason why we did. Yeah. I don't think him and I even fucking liked beer before Adam got us sipping on the Ronas.
Yeah, I was never a beer drinker guy. I was always shots, and now I like beer. Now I gotta have good beer too.
I'm thankful he gets to tell us a little bit more about the brewing process here at Dead Hippie.
Yeah, so I've been at Dead Hippie about a month after we opened. I was really into home brewing. It was like my go-to. It was beer all the time. These guys would always take shots and I'd drink beer. Anyway, I've been working here for about 2 years. Really love it. Really come to work and enjoy work and love what I do. So a lot of the credit goes to Dean and the great recipes that he brews. And you know, I'm here to just make it work. I'm in the kitchen. I'm cooking up. I'm brewing beer. So, but it's really fun. I really enjoy it.
What got you started though? Like, how did you find out about like brewing? We didn't even find out till Adam did. We didn't even know.
I don't think any of us knew about craft beers back then. What got you into the craft as opposed to the normal domestic shit?
So I met a friend at Target, and I worked at Target also. So I met a friend there. He's really into craft beer brewing. He would brew in his apartment. So I'd go over there and I'd see his jugs on the floor. He would like walk me through the process, and I like really got into it. Took me to a couple breweries, had me try some beers, and then from there, I just fell in love with it and started volunteering at breweries. Turned into a passion of mine and something that I really enjoy doing.
Right, and you and Ryan have actually homebrewed some stuff together, right?
Yeah. So as soon as I found out about that, we started volunteering at a brewery called Boggy Drop, helping out there and doing our own homebrew batches. So that was really cool.
They were delicious. So I guess we got to try even some of the first ones Adam had a hand in before he started doing all of this. For sure.
Which one was the funnest to brew? Is there like different steps to different beers?
Yeah, so every beer is unique. Every beer has its own style. So there's tons of styles. I can name them off, but overall there's a beer that we brew. It's called the Oyster Milky. It's definitely my favorite beer to brew. I think the coolest part about it is the process that we have around it, and then the fact that we add this like huge big bowl of 7 pounds of lactose powdered. So it's really cool. It's like powdered milk sugar, and we throw it into the boil, and it looks so cool. It's like hops and this white powder, and you throw it into the boil, and it just comes out so good. And it's one of my favorite beers we have on tap. But it's definitely unique. It's something that I don't brew often, or I haven't brewed something like that. And so every time I brew it, it always kind of makes me I enjoy doing it for sure.
Oh yeah, we enjoy drinking the shit out of it. We got And I should add, even though we're reminiscing about the domestic beers that we had in high school, we definitely promote waiting until you're of age to drink. Okay, and doing it safely, always responsibly. But yeah, we appreciate the time that you took to come and chat with us. And I have a feeling Adam's going to be featured a lot more in our upcoming Fermented videos. So, because we need an expert to come with us sometime, for sure. So, thank you, man.
All right,
Appreciate it.
Still on.
You son of a bitch!
No, that one didn't look good.
No, cheers. Cheers.
You can cut that up.
You son of a bitch.
My muscle didn't look good on
I
that.
know.
What's up, guys? My name is Ryan. I've been working here at the Dead Hippie Brewery for 2 years with Dean here. He's the owner.
No, he's the owner. I'm just the mayor.
He's the mayor of Dead Hippie. Well, I got started working in breweries. I worked worked at Target for like 6 years prior, and a couple breweries opened up right around Target. So we just kind of like started helping out. You know, we were interested in home brewing and things, so he was showing us the ropes. And after a while, just hanging out at the breweries for so long, got a really good relationship with the owners and started letting us work there. So I just kind of transitioned, and these guys definitely great. But I'm just always here in the tap room, serving up the beers. My thing is to sell it. I'll let them brew the shit out of it, and I'll sell the shit out of it.
Plus, he just got a baby, so it's
Yeah, I got a baby now.
so it takes time. What are your guys' busiest days here?
So some of our business nights are Thursdays. We do open mic every Thursday. That's definitely a peak regular night. We have a lot of good talent that comes in for the open mic.
You guys have more events too.
Yeah, Saturdays we have live music every Saturdays. We're always hitting up beer fest in the summers. There's a lot more in the summer, so we're always at those. We have a pretty big pinball following too, so we do monthly pinball tournaments, and we always have people coming in. We'll have flocks of people just tournamenting, having their own little tournament on pinball.
For the newcomers though, like, what do you usually recommend to them?
Our owner is a huge fan of the Belgian styles, and that's really popular for ladies. We have a Golden Strong Ale or Belgian Double or Belgian Wit, which is just like a nice lighter sweet one.
And then your favorite, which one was it again?
The Rye Pale or the Vienna Lager. It's called the Mexicali Blues. Or I like the Moist and Milky IPA when it's on tap.
Alrighty.
Cool. Well, thanks guys for having me.
All right, we're now at the best part of this, where we get to try some beers and ask you a little bit more questions about the brewery.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, one of the questions we wanted to ask him was, what's the meaning behind Dead Hippie? What got you started?
Sure.
Brewing and
So
that good stuff.
I originally was a home brewer, homebrewed for 15 years before we opened up this place. We actually, so back in the day, we used to do Oktoberfest at our house, and we would make 6, 8. Our final one before we moved to Colorado, we had 9 beers on draft. We had this thing called a Randall, where we had it full of hops, and we were doing fresh beer poured through the hops. It was a big event for us. We really loved doing it and loved having people over and sharing beer with them. We would also have some other commercial beers available. We usually kicked 6, 7 kegs out of the 9, and none of the beer was open. And so that's when we kind of thought, man, maybe we have something here. That's what got us into it. And then you have to find a name at that point. You have to kind of come up with a brand idea and who you are. We used to do salsa challenges where you make hot salsa. First year that we did it, we actually won, and the name of our company was Dead Hippie Salsa. So we took that name and carried it forward, and really it's kind of it's a name about, we're friends, we love the hippie vibe. We're inviting, we're inclusive of everybody, and I think you'll feel that way when you come into our brewery.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Probably one of my favorite IPAs, if not my favorite IPA that I've had so far, is their Moist and Milky lactose IPA, right?
Yeah, so the Moist and Milky is our take on the New England style, that cloudy IPA.
Yeah.
We add a little lactose to it. It increases the mouthfeel, so it feels like a nice full beer. Adds a little bit of sweetness, which helps round out the backside of those hops, and makes it more about the flavor and aroma of the hops rather than that bitter bite.
Oh yeah, and I got to be honest, guys. It's probably the IPA that got me really into enjoying and opening my palate to different kinds of beers.
What's the alcohol percentage on that, by the way? Because I feel like it's a little higher.
It's around 7.2,
Yeah.
give or take, yeah.
And you know what? We love all their beers, and we're very lucky right now that we get to try a bunch of them. So Dean, if you would walk us through, we'd really
Absolutely.
appreciate it. We'll give them all a try, even though we've had plenty of them before.
This is one of our rotators that we're contemplating as making a flagship beer. It's called I Know Your Rider. It is a citra-based pale/IPA. It's kind of it's right on the edge. It's pretty hoppy, pretty hop forward. It's got the nice citra hops. Gives it a nice fruity smell. It's got a nice bitterness to it.
It kind of has like a little orange taste to it too.
It does, and that's the Citra hops in there.
And guys, you guys and gals, you're going to learn here that we're best at enjoying the beer. One of the reasons why we're sitting down and having a chat with the owner and the experts is they can give you a little bit more info about it.
So next up we have My Janky Eye. It's the name is kind of a fun name. It's after having a few beverages at home, of course, and not in an area where I'm not driving.
Safety
first. Exactly. My one of my eyes closes a little bit, and someone's like, "Dude, you got a janky eye." And I'm like, "Yes, that is a good beer name right there."
That's gonna be me tonight.
My Janky Eye, the Indian Pale Ale, more piney and bitterness, so it's definitely a more of a standard IPA.
Dean, does it take longer to process any of the beer, depending on like the color or?
One part is style, or one part is whether it's a lager or an ale. Lagers take longer to ferment. They're usually 21 or longer, 21 days or longer fermentation processing cycle. Anything that's an ale is usually anywhere from 10 to 14 days. So like our Belgian Golden Strong takes a little longer because it's higher ABV. Okay. So this is the Pullover Porter. It's actually named after one of my sister's favorite stories, where she would talk about something else that was pullover. I mean, sorry, it's that's a Pullover Porter. Hers was the pullover something else.
Do a lot of people mistake a porter for a stout sometimes?
They do, and it's really a difficult thing to explain to people. I mean, I think we all have different ideas about where the name porter or stout originated from, and to me, it's a porter has a little more caramel flavor and a little more, and the bitterness really comes from the hops. A stout is going to be a little more coffee and a little more, but the bitterness in the stout comes a lot from the grains to me. So those are some easy distinctions for me.
What about the consistency? Because I know, like when a lot of people are first starting to drink craft beer, they notice the consistency in the stout. They're like it's like thicker. It's like almost
thicker,
like
yeah.
a milk,
Yeah.
like a milk type of.
Both of them can be very thicker beers.
In this you can tell it's
Yeah.
a little bit thick too. It's
And
great.
I would say the porter is maybe a little more brown, and the stout's a little more black in color. Yeah. Next up is the Gun Barrel Golden. It's our Belgian Golden Strong, and I don't know if you care about where the names come from, but for me the name Gun Barrel it's kind of it's like a flowery, fruity, tropical kind of very enjoyable and inviting when you smell it and you drink it. And the name Gun Barrel comes from, I think of the hippie days when the soldier is standing there holding his gun and she's putting the daisy right in there. Yeah.
Oh,
so that's where the name Gun Barrel Golden comes from.
Delicious beer. I Juan and myself are too deep in.
That's one of
this
my
already.
favorites.
Oh yeah. The flagship
Higher
beers,
too, right? Like the higher
Oh, yeah.
alcohol
It is.
content?
It's usually 8.4 to 8.6.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, somewhere in there. Does not drink like a high ABV or smell
No,
like
it's
high
smooth,
ABV,
it's
but it is definitely high ABV.
So those are the dangerous ones right there.
Yeah, that's all right. This one is the Debbie Harry Blonde. It's a easy drinking blonde ale, more refreshing. It's kind of either people who are just like a lighter drinking beer, or an entry-level beer for people just getting into the craft beer.
Oh yeah, definitely. And a lot of our viewers may very well be that.
Absolutely.
They're seeing our videos and seeing how cool they can be. So this is a great one to start with here at Dead Hippie.
We brought a friend actually not too long ago, and it was actually his first time in a brewery, and he liked that one.
Yeah.
There was two. I can't remember what the other one was, but he stuck to that one, and he was like, "Yeah, this is good. He'll be coming back."
Awesome.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Awesome. The last one is the Shawnee Pale Ale. It's named after my sister, and it's her favorite style of beer. Straight pale ale, very citrusy, hop forward for a pale ale. I like it. It's nice, easy drinking pale ale.
Do you have any plans on distributing any of these beers?
We are getting some 10-barrel fermenters.
Right.
As soon as those 10-barrel fermenters come in and get set up and we're actually utilizing them, we'll be able to start doing a little distribution. That's absolutely our plan.
And with that whole process, Dean, do you guys have to basically shut down for a couple of days, or how does that process work?
We do
Are you
not.
guys still going to be open and everything?
We'll still be open. We're going to move the fermenters in. We'll put them in place and we'll hook them up. I mean, everything else will stay exactly where it is.
So the construction part's not too...
There's no construction. It's literally just bringing a tank in and standing it up.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, okay. And then we have to hook up a few things to it, but there's no construction per se.
Nice. All right.
And, you know, it's pretty standard amongst breweries now. And I actually know the answer to this, but I'm going to ask it for our viewers. But do you guys offer growlers and different sizes of beers you can take with you home if you choose to do so?
Yeah, absolutely. So so if you have a growler, a 64-ounce glass growler, bring it in. We will fill it. We do crowlers right now, which are the 32-ounce cans. That's kind of our go-to product. If someone comes in and wants something, we fill that up, seam it, and take it home, and it's good for 2-3 weeks.
Would you like to talk about any of the events you host here?
We do a lot of events from time to time. You can either go to our website, and they'll be on our website at www.deadhippiebrewing.com, or you can go to our Facebook page, which you should be able to find pretty easily on Facebook.
Yeah.
But what we do right now is every Thursday we do open mic. We usually end up with like 6 to 10 musicians playing music all night long, so it's kind of fun.
It gets pretty competitive.
Oh yeah, they're good.
I remember
They're good.
we came once and it was like actually, I was like, I wanted to see because I sing on my freaking Snapchat. And I was intimidated because the people that came in, I was like,
They're really good.
They're really good.
And it's but if you go up and sing, go for it. No one's gonna. It's not like you're gonna get booed off the stage. Like I said, we're welcoming here and we're friendly with people. So if you go up on stage and do that, it'll be no problem.
All right, look, at some point, if somebody wants to put in the comments a song that you want to see Juan and myself get up and sing at one of these, feel free to do so. I'm not saying we'll do it, but we might consider it. We really appreciate you taking the time to let us come in and check out your brewery. And I would love to cheers with everybody here.
Absolutely.
We have a slogan that goes around, Fermented, and it's craft beers and craft bodies.
Cheers.
And Dead Hippie. Thank you. Dead Hippie Brewery.
Thank you, Dean.
All right, guys. We're at the segment of the video where we're quite a few beers in, and we're also doing real deep. We're also doing our merchandise giveaway, weekly giveaways that we're doing for our video in our channel. If you subscribe to our YouTube channel and you like our Facebook, then you will qualify yourself for our weekly giveaway for the brewery that we were at and showcasing that week in our video. Dead Hippie has some really cool shirts, really cool school designs, really cool stuff. We got quite a few of them.
The tie-dye is the best.
Oh yeah.
And the popcorn machine, but right now they're free popcorn. I like this.
If you come in with us, we'll give you all the popcorn you want. All the popcorn you want. If you subscribe to our channel, like our Facebook, we're going to pick a person at random to receive the merchandise that we'll send out to you. Just because we appreciate the love. We're trying to give out this info and cool content to you. We appreciate you liking us in return. And
Share.
if you're not local and you can't get those personally, which you always can do, come in, have some beers with us, we'll do it. If you're not local, we'll send it out to you, okay?
Wow, that was impressive, Tom.
That was good.
That was good.
Even though a couple beers in, we're good.
Like we switched.
We should make it a theme that by the merch giveaway spot, me and you are fucking fake.